Hello, kings, queens, and in-betweens. Welcome back to the Kingdom of Kain. I am your host, the Jovial Jester, Kain Drago. Today, we're going to do a 15-week, because 50 weeks, quite frankly, is a lot to do, ECW roster. Picking GM, both for the lulz and because it's the only one that even kind of makes sense, I'm picking Stephanie McMahon, because she once pretended to own ECW. I was thinking of either doing NXT or SmackDown for this, but the Birth of Legends card is based on when Paul Heyman ran SmackDown with the SmackDown 6, and it's honestly just the best card, so we're going to use that one. We are going to go up against the AI, we are going to go up against Shane McMahon, because it makes the most sense. Hard 15 weeks, custom roster, ECW. Here we go. Excuse me. Also, the women, there's only a handful that count for ECW. I couldn't get pictures for a couple of them that I was happy with. They just weren't very many available. So I just didn't give any of them pictures for now, because they're all going to have to get deleted soon anyway, because I'm maxed out on my created wrestlers, and I'm going to need to make room for a bunch for the next couple challenges. So here we go. First one available is Cactus Jack. Sabu is there. Raven's there. I'm going to grab Raven because he has high stamina. And then I'm going to grab Sabu next, I think. They grabbed Cactus Jack. Fuck me. Let's grab you. First title rivalry. Next up, we're going to grab Shane Douglas. Franchise. Then we're going to grab Jazz. Lita was in ECW for a few months, so that's why she's in there. I'm going to grab her to fight Jazz for the women's title. Now we need to start actually looking to see who... Masato Tanaka. Yes, please. Need to be careful with my budget now. Who else can we even get? The Sandman. He's also a fighter. He should have been a bruiser. You might never see this, because I might have to go back and change a bunch of people. Alright, let's pick up Francine. This could be... We're going to lose this one, I think. Let's pick up Dawn Marie. She has tons of stamina and she's fairly cheap. There's one more woman I thought I could pick up. Or am I wrong? Was there just the two? Oh no, maybe there was just the two. So let's grab Sandman. And I think that's everybody I can grab. I'm going to triple check. But I think that's it. It looks like it is. So this is going to be interesting. We'll have to hope that a lot of people save some money that way. We'll have to hope that a lot of people are available in free agents. There are also a couple of legend ringers I can pull in, like Road Warrior Hawk made some appearances in ECW at one point. More than one, so I'm counting him. Alright, so this is going to be a tricky one. Yeah. Tonight's the night. Yeah. Our men's champion, we are going to pick Raven, because he's the only one that can go with Sabu. And for the women, we're going to pick Lita and put her up against Jazz. Why do I have Ignition? Oh, because I don't have enough people. Okay. Lita. Local talent have been added to your roster in order for you to still be able to book a show this week. Sign free agents. Devon Dudley. There we go. Let's sign you. Seems to be the only one available. There, at least. Legends. Technically, Dusty Rhodes could count. Animal, I don't think ever did work there. Jake the Snake made a couple appearances for them. Jerry the King Lawler certainly did. So, am I going to count that? I think I might have to, honestly. So yeah, let's grab Jerry the King Lawler. So in the main event, we're going to do Sabu versus Raven for the title. Just a normal match for now. Then we're going to do a men's tag team title match. Going to be the Sandman and Masato Tanaka versus Jerry the King Lawler and Shane Douglas. And we're going to do a women's title match. Lita's going to fight Jazz. Put the title on the line. I forgot to put the tag titles on the line in that match. Then we're going to do... They're both heels. That's a problem. So we'll do... I'll use her for the 1 week while I fix some stuff. Roll change. Oh, they got 3s at least. You got a 1, of course. Let's make Dawn Marie a babyface. And then we'll do Francine, or Ignition for 1 week versus Francine. Just because we honestly have no choice. We have to book a full card. And I desperately need to switch one of them to babyface. And we'll do a charity promo with Devon Dudley. And that's all we can do. This is gonna be rough. This is gonna be I don't know if we're gonna be able to win this one, guys. But let's see what happens. Sandman and Masato Tanaka against Jerry Lawler and Shane Douglas for the tag team titles. Sandman and Tanaka win. 3 stars does start a rivalry at least. Dawn Marie with a good promo, now babyface to fight Francine. Lita versus Jazz. This one should be decent. Jazz is the new women's champion. 3 stars as well, but did not beat the opener. So we still have a good flow of the show. Devon with an embarrassing promo, but it's still worth 5,000 fans. Ignition filling in for 1 week against Francine. Francine thankfully gets the win. Disappointing match and starts a rivalry, which it will not start because she's fired. And Sabu versus Raven. She's not fired, she's just only with us for 1 week. Sabu is the champ, wins the title, but no rivalry, because why would it? This is going to be rough. Them taking Cactus Jack really messed some stuff up for me. Like, real bad. Also, the amount of fighters I probably should have checked that and made sure more of the dudes were paired or at least specialist. Good God. Overall, we didn't do too terrible, but we'll see how it goes. 84,000 fans, 62,000 bucks. We are ranked number 1. 81,000. All right, so at the end of week 1, we are just barely ahead. We do have a little bit more money, and of course, Cactus Jack is the world champion over there, just to piss me off a little bit more. We'll be back in a second with week 2. Welcome back, folks, to week 2. Thank God a couple of people were signable. More on that in a moment. Opening us up, Lita versus Jazz in a rematch for the women's title. Lita regains the title. 4-star amazing match, level 2 rivalry. Love to see it. I don't love that this call-out promo didn't work, but we signed Rob Van Dam, who is yet another fighter. However, technically there's a couple different people who played Doink. But the original one was Matt Bourne, who then did Born Again, which was a variation on Doink in ECW, so I absolutely counted him. Because not only was I desperate, but I was planning to count him anyway, because I just wanted to, because I felt like it was warranted. Unfortunately, the promo did not work. And also, he's a heel bruiser, so I actually have enough bruiser to fight somebody with. Tag team titles are on the line again. New champions, Jerry Lawler and Shane Douglas. 3.5 stars, love to see it. Level 2 rivalry. Self-promo for Doink, okay promo, +1. Dawn Marie and Francine now able to start a rivalry potentially. Francine wins. 2 stars, does start a rivalry though. Devon, I still don't have anything to do right now, so I'm just having him do a charity promo. This awesome one on the mic. Also, I used my Birth of Legends card. Sabu, Devon Dudley, Dawn Marie, Sandman, I believe. Shane Douglas, I think. Yeah, I forget who all of them were that got it, but also we needed it. We were asked by Triple H to do a tables match for our commissioner goal, which I actually wanted to do anyway. Raven regains the title. 4 stars, and it does start a rivalry this time. Love to see it. So we should do well this time. Amazing booking. We definitely did well that time. 99,000 fans. Excellent. Made $32,000. I did buy all the available logistics. Got a Health Spa 3. 93,000. We are ahead by about 9,000 fans going into week 3. We'll be back for that in a moment. Alright folks, here we go with week number 3. People are starting to get kind of hurt. Unfortunately, I don't have any wiggle room to use. I wanted to use Health Spa cards on a couple people that I have saved up, but to make sure rivalries grow for the pay-per-view, I couldn't really afford to do that. So I at least made them do promos. Jazz, once again, they trading the belt. 3.5 stars. Doesn't grow the rivalry. Of course it doesn't. Looks like both of those promos worked, though, because Raven and Sabu both got 5s on the mic, which is great. So that grows that to level, technically 2, but the second one's going to grow to 3. RVD versus Doink, a.k.a. Born Again. 3 stars, and it does start a rivalry, finally. Sabu versus Raven grows that to a level 3. Dawn Marie and Francine. Francine wins again. 3.5 star match grows it to level 2. Charity promo because I have nothing else for him to do. And then Sandman and Tanaka versus Lawler and Douglas again in the main event. Sandman and Tanaka win. 4 stars, level 3 rivalry. You love to see that. So we actually won this week, which is nice. Appreciate that. 93,000 fans, 35,000 profit. Oh, we're killing them now. Absolutely killing them. Love to see it. We're ahead by over 20,000. And we're going to go into week number 4, the go-home show for the pay-per-view. Let's see what happens. We're back with week number 4. And We got dinged with the Raw Power card. Remember from the last series, the 3 random superstars can't be used for this week, but it can't be on a pay-per-view, so they like to use it on the 4th week instead. So Devon couldn't be used for anything. Neither could Jerry the King Lawler or Doink the Clown. I also hired 2 people. Scott and Rick Steiner made some appearances in ECW between WWF and WCW runs, so I counted them. And even though technically his only appearance was as a non-wrestler, he made 1 original ECW appearance, and I finagled the WWE ECW thing a little bit and allowed Kurt Angle, because quite frankly, if I don't, I didn't know how I was going to book a show. I mean, yeah, I could have booked baby faces, but I don't want to aggravate myself that much. Raven regains the world title. Doesn't grow to level 4, but thankfully it was already 3, so it can be blown off the pay-per-view. This promo does grow that to a level 2. Scott Steiner, the 2 new signings against each other. Kurt Angle wins. Disappointing match for some reason, but it is a level 1 rivalry. Not sure how the hell that's a disappointing match. I was just broke, so I said to hell with it. He's got a title, so he can afford to lose a little popularity, and we needed the $12,000 because signing those 2 guys was very expensive. Sandman versus Shane Douglas, just because I needed to fill out a match. They have a singles rivalry. Maybe I'll use it, maybe I won't. Lita wanted to be in the main event this week, and Francine and Jazz wanted to be tag team partners, so tag matches take less stamina from them, so I said to hell with it and put these guys here. 3.5 stars, nice. Also put the women's tag titles on the line, just because why not? Make it a better match. Also got a tag rivalry for them now if I want to use that, since I am more likely to find men to sign, so I might have room for that anyway. We did okay, all things considered. 77,000. We made 74,000 bucks. We are still number 1. Going into the first pay-per-view, it's gonna be tough. We'll see how Backlash goes. Be back. All right, folks. It's WrestleMania Backlash, and it is a rough one. We are out of money. That's why we have 4 advertising promos, including our women's title feud, because they're both pretty hurt anyway, and I just need money. Now, we did manage to sign Hawk, who I said counted, because he had a couple matches in ECW in the night before going back to WCW, and he actually lines up with Devon, so I'm going to start a feud with them, or put them in a tag team feud when this one blows off. I'm not sure which. But first, we got to blow this one off. Sandman and Masato Tanaka against Shane Douglas and Jerry the King Lawler. The heels win. 4.5 stars, rivalry complete. Love to see it. Advertising promo, okay. He lost 6 popularity, but we got 10 grand. RVD and Doink, level 2 rivalry. RVD with the win. 3 stars, grows it to level 3. Hawk with a good promo, another 10 grand. Dawn Marie versus Francine. Francine wins again. Amazing match, does nothing for the rivalry one way or the other. Lita advertising, good, 15 grand. Scott Steiner versus Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle wins again. Up to a 2.5 now from a 1.5, so that's an improvement, and it grows the rivalry. Jazz with a good promo, 18,000, love to see that. And Sabu versus Raven to blow off their feud for the world title. Sabu is the new World Heavyweight Champion. Legendary match. You'll love to see it. They were table matches, pay-per-view bonus for Backlash, and they were both good at it. So I'll probably use Shane Douglas now for the world title feud, but we'll see. 212,000. I used my McMahon presence to double my profits because now we had the Thunderdome, which is the first, real money-making arena. We made $371,000 and got a free special effects booking for later as well. 215,000, so I think they gained on us a little bit actually, but we're still winning. Going into week number 6 on the road to TLC. Let's see what happens next. rivalry, Hawk and Devon Dudley. Devon said he wanted a match anyway, and I was hoping to start this rivalry. Made it Extreme Rules because they're both fresh. Devon gets the win. 3 stars, doesn't start a rivalry, but Kurt Angle able to call out Scott Steiner. A lot of people are hurting. Steiner's 39 stamina, so figured to have Angle do a call out. He only got a 1 for this batch of stats, but it was good enough. Instead of putting RVD and Doink together again, they're already level 3. I didn't want it to go to 4 too early in the month, so I decided to do Rob Van Dam versus Jerry the King Lawler for a week just to split it up. RVD wins. 3.5 star match still, which is actually better than the opener, so that's not great. Raven with a charity promo. Masato Tanaka versus Doink, again just to mix it up. Doink getting the win, which is good for my rivalries. 3 stars. Charity promo for Shane Douglas, good promo. And they're still a bit hurt, so women's tag. So I did the tag team version of this instead. Jazz and Francine win the match. 4 stars. Love to see it. Yeah, unfortunately, my first mid card was better. I didn't expect that. Probably should have expected it. 66,000, got 133,000 bucks. We had to re-sign a bunch of people, so we lost a lot of that money that we gained at the pay-per-view. But we are still in first place by about 30,000 going into week number 7. Here we go. We got Dawn Marie and Lita women's tag team titles. We put that ahead of the singles one, mostly for their stamina more than anything, because they use less stamina in tag matches. Level 3 rivalry, that's fine. We signed Rick Steiner. Good promo. I need the money, so he'll have to take the hit. Supposed to schedule a run-in this week, so it's Sandman versus Doink the Clown with Rob Van Dam run-in. Sandman gets the win. Does not boost the rivalry to level 4. Another advertising promo, -7. But I got 10 grand. Doing a heels match that I said I didn't like doing, because I fixed the match so Raven and Kurt Angle should win the titles, and then I can put them against the Steiner brothers. I didn't want to do Steiner brothers against Lawler because they're all bruisers, so it wouldn't work as well. So fighter specialist will work better. So I'm taking the 1 week hit on this. And 2.5 stars honestly still wasn't as bad as it could have been for a heels match. Charity promo from Hawk, weak promo, but we get 5,000 fans. And I'm going to start Sabu. I was going to do Raven and Devon Dudley. But then I realized that I need someone for Sabu to fight. So, yeah. So now it's going to be Devon Dudley. $56,000. We made 161,000 bucks. And we got a free arena booking. We're still in first place by about 25,000. Heading into week 8, I believe it is. Yeah, week 8 sounds right. See you soon. Alright guys, this is the worst I've ever done. We are broke. I had to use a free card just to be able to afford this show. Well, we have Rick and Scott Steiner trying to start this rivalry that I set them up for. Raven and Kurt Angle retain. 3.5 stars. Does not start a rivalry, of course it doesn't. Shane Douglas, good promo, lost 4 popularity, but thank God, 16 grand. Dawn Marie versus Jazz. Dawn Marie didn't want to fight Francine again right now, so I made them have a singles match, and then Lita run in. The singles feud between Jazz and Lita went down to a 1, so I figured, fuck it, why not? Didn't further anything, but I don't care. It's a 4-star match, which is not great, because that means it's better than the opener. This is going poorly. An excellent promo, so he only lost 2, and he get 15 grand, thankfully. Sandman versus Jerry Lawler, just a match. Sandman wins. 2.5 stars. Yeah, it is what it is. Call-out promo does not further the rivalry. Son of a bitch. And then Sabu versus Devon, trying to get this started again for the title. Devon is the new Universal Champion. 4-star match, and it does start a rivalry. Love to see it. Something worked for me. 4 opening, yeah, I know. 72,000 fans. Because I bought... The other reason I'm extra broke is I bought a special promotion card and used it on this show to save my ass. But we did make $282,000 because the show was so cheap. 64, so we gained on them again because of the card. And we will be back with the Go Home show for TLC week number 9. We're low on money again. Good news, we're not nearly as bad as we were last week. So now that Dawn Marie's had a match with someone else, she's fine to fight Francine again. We're gonna have them fight for the women's title now that Dawn Marie's the champ. Dawn Marie retains. 3.5 stars gross the rivalry. We can blow it off the pay-per-view if we want to, which I probably will do. And then keep the tag team one for WrestleMania, but we'll see. Sabu is able to grow this rivalry to level 2. Unfortunately, the second promo doesn't work. Tried 2 of them to see if I could blow it off. Kurt Angle beats Scott Steiner. Amazing 4-star match, level 4 rivalry for the pay-per-view. Jerry Lawler wanted a rematch with Sandman, and I needed to fill the card anyway, so to hell with it, I gave him another one. 3 stars, charity promo for Rick Steiner. And Rob Van Dam versus Doink. Figured maybe if I moved it to the main event, they're decent for stamina, and if I moved to the main event, maybe it would, and it did, grow the rivalry to level 4. Sometimes repositioning the card helps. Poor opening again, but it is what it is. 42,000 and some money. And a free crew booking that'll save me for the pay-per-view. We are still ahead, though, by about 20,000 going into the pay-per-view. We'll see how it goes. TLC. A bit of a weird show, and we are super broke again because half of our contracted people are not permanent and they're legends, so their contracts are expensive as hell. But here we go. I played a Hell in a Cell card, so this should be a guaranteed 5 stars, especially with a level 4 rivalry. Rob Van Dam versus Doink the Clown. RVD gets the win. 5-star legendary match. Raven cutting an excellent promo with his 5 promo, only -1 and 15 grand. Sabu versus Devon in a tables match for the Universal title. Sabu regains the title. Legendary match. Oh yeah, right, I forgot I used a tables card. Shit! I forgot I shouldn't have made that a tables match. I meant to only book 1 of those. That's a level 3 rivalry. Good promo. Got some more money. Lita and Dawn Marie versus Jazz and Francine. Lita and Dawn Marie win. 4.5-star classic. Luckily, those two don't compete with each other, actually, so it doesn't really matter. Jerry the King Lawler advertising promo. Excellent. Another 13 grand. Shane Douglas just wanted to fight Masato Tanaka, and I needed to fill the pay-per-view out anyway. So, disappointing match, but there it is. And weak promo, -9, but he gave me 8 grand, and honestly, I'm not really using Hawk much anyway. And then in the main event, Kurt Angle asked last week, in the next 2 weeks, which landed on pay-per-view week, for a TLC match. So I'm giving it to him to blow off his rivalry with Scott Steiner. Kurt Angle wins. 4.5-star classic, love to see it. Amazing booking. We both had 5-star openers. I crushed their mid-match. I beat them there. They crushed me there, and then we tied. So it's about even overall. 177,000, 200,000 bucks. We are now ranked 2 because I couldn't afford to do any show quality stuff. All right, well, so now we're down by like 40,000. This is bad. We'll see if we can recover by WrestleMania, starting with week 11 coming up next. All right, folks, back with week 11. This is the roughest one of these I've ever done on or off camera. Since they started a rivalry anyway, and I need people to fill the card, Masato Tanaka versus Shane Douglas. Shane Douglas getting a big win. 2-star mediocre match. Don't love to see it. Advertising promo. 20 grand, thank you. Hawk versus Raven in a fill the card match, and Hawk wanted a match this week. Raven wins. Mediocre. Good promo, 13 grand, thank you. Sandman and Jerry Lawler because need to fill the card, and people are dying. Mediocre. Lita's gonna regrow that rivalry back up. And Rick Steiner versus Devon because I needed a match. Whole card full of mediocres. This is not what we want to see at this stage. We are probably going to lose. We lost 15,000 fans. That's That's a thing that happened. Yeah, this is going to be hard to come back from, guys. See if we can do it. Week 12 coming up. Alright, folks, we're back with week 12. It is a really weird week. We'll go over that in a minute. Sabu is defending the title against Doink with a run-in from Devon. I'm really hoping Doink wins the title because Sandman wants a title shot and he's a babyface fighter. I'd really rather not put him against a babyface bruiser in Sabu. Hopefully this counts. 3.5 star match didn't further the rivalry with the run-in. I got a free Legend Whisperer card, basically because we're getting our ass kicked. So I signed Sid, and he's doing a charity promo because he has 4 on the mic. Continuing Masato Tanaka versus Shane Douglas here. Nothing fancy. Just trying to get it to level 3, which we did not. Charity promo from Rick Steiner. Another 5,000 bonus fans. RVD and Hawk wanted to team up. I was going to make it a tag title match, but Raven's partner is Kurt Angle, who I said I'd give 2 weeks off to, so I threw Jerry Lawler in just cause. 3 stars. Self-promo from Francine, doesn't do anything by being a 3 on the mic. And then Lita versus Jazz just to further their rivalry before the pay-per-view. Excuse me, Jazz wins. 2.5 stars, of course. 3-star rivalry. Why would it not be better than the mid-card? Of course it isn't. Why wouldn't it be? We're probably going to lose this one, folks. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to have to pull everything out at WrestleMania and pray that it all works. $19,000 fans. Good lord. 14, so we actually did still gain on them. We're down by a lot. I'm not going to lie to you. Let's see what we can do with the last 3 weeks. Week 13 coming up. Alright folks, week 13, Dawn Marie and Francine are in decent shape, so they're going to open us up with a level 3 women's title match. Dawn Marie wins, throws it to level 4, amazing match. Sabu's pretty hurt, so he needed a week off, so he's doing a call-out promo with his 5 on the mic. Throws that to level 4 for the pay-per-view. Sandman's getting his title shot. Doink wins. 3.5 stars. Didn't start a rivalry, which I kind of hoped it would, but that's okay. From there, we have Jazz calling out Lita, and takes that to a level 4. Tanaka and Shane Douglas. I'm just trying to get this to at least level 3. It did not. Another charity promo for Big Sid, because I don't really have anything for him to do this late in the game. And Hawk wanted a main event match, and I'm trying to make this a rivalry anyway, so what the hell. Hopefully it'll be good. 3.5 stars. Did not start a rivalry, of course. Why would it? But we got good booking this show. Plus 19,000. Plus 32,000. Good God, we are not going to win this, guys. We are toast. I just realized I didn't stop the recording when I was supposed to. I'll be back. Alright, folks, as we limp into the home stretch of this terrible, terrible outcome. Yeah, we got matches. We got Hawk and RVD. Since they're the champs now and there was no rivalry, I threw Jerry Lawler in there to see if the matchup, instead of a specialist in Angle, would be better. Seems to have worked. Did at least start a rivalry in 3 stars. Sid just charity promoted it up with his 4 on the mic. Sandman versus Kurt Angle, because I need to rest a couple people before WrestleMania. Mediocre, that's fine. Self-promo from Lita, plus 3, just holding her over to the pay-per-view. Rick Steiner's fighting Devon because he's already at level 4 with Sabu, so I didn't want them to fight and make it go sour. Charity promo from Sabu, because he was a bit hurt anyway. And yet again, these guys are going to try to get the rivalry to level 3. This time it works in a tables match, so I can blow that off. Okay. We did okay. We technically lost by half a star. 24,000 fans. 18,000, so we gained a little bit. Unfortunately, we're down by 80,000, and I don't see us making that up in one pay-per-view. Let's come up and can't have Douglas taking part. Son of a bitch. Main event match. I'll just say yes because it's the last week anyway. So, I just realized I didn't end that pro yet again, but that's okay. We'll be back with the finish card. God help us. Alright, let's get this over with. They're all tables matches because that's all I could afford if I wanted to get the most logistic bonuses. So, Lita versus Jazz, level 4 rivalry tables match. One of them, I forget who is good in a tables match. 3.5 stars, not really with the start I wanted. Let's see how this one goes. Hopefully not better than 3.5 stars. New champions. 4 stars, of course it is. Why would it do anything else? Level 4 rivalry, Sabu and Devon. One of them is good in tables, I think, too. 4 stars. This is just sad, guys. This is embarrassing. Karanga wins. 3 stars. Advertising, because why not? And Dawn Marie versus Francine in the main event of WrestleMania. Tables match. Both of them are good at it. 4.5 star classic. So how badly did we get killed? Well, first of all, we had a poor opening, so that's great. 286,000 fans. We, of course, lost 309. So we actually lost by even more. Over 100,000. Wow. And technically, I have no champion because Doink's contract ran out at the end, but we're done at 15 weeks anyway. So, we'll be back next time with a different challenge. There's a couple I have that I'm thinking about preparing. I'm not sure which one I'm going to do next. There's 3 I have lined up. But I'll tell you what they all are now. It will be one of Asian wrestlers, like Japan, China, Russia, etc. Anywhere that India, anywhere that constitutes Asia, as you would expect. WCW or Impact. Will be one of those 3. Those are the next 3 we're doing. I just haven't decided which one I'm going to do in what order. It'll probably depend on which ones I have to delete and re-add the least custom wrestlers for, honestly. But we'll see. See you soon.